they're talking upstairs because the phone rang, but I think I can talk over that. So, you know, they wanted to know what in the world happened. And she said, well, I'm never working there again. You know, Violet said, did you get fired? And she said, no. She was so mad, she was like almost gritting her teeth. And she said, I quit. I quit before they could fire me. And you know, what in the world happened? They wanted to know, although it was Violet that was doing the talking. And so when she calmed down enough, she said, you know where that pool table was in the far corner? Well, that was my station. That was where I was going to be for this Saturday evening. And I was in there making everything nice and waiting. And in come 5 guys. They all looked like they were clones. They all sort of looked about the same, except for one guy. He was bigger than the rest. They wore big black hats, which they left on. They didn't even take their hats off when they came in. They were wearing muscle shirts. Is that what you call them? Sleeveless shirts. And every inch of their skin was tattooed. You know, as if Mother Nature's job of giving them skin wasn't enough. And they were loud. Right away they ordered 3 pitchers of beer. They were obviously going to really drink it up. And so I went and got them. And, you know, I thought, hey, Omar and Dira, they want all kinds. They got all kinds here. Well, the one big guy, the biggest of them, they were all big. But the biggest of them, they called him Big Bubba, and they all seemed to fawn on him as if he were something really special. Well, he was the most obnoxious of them all. He took the pool cue, and he started to poke at me, and he poked at me in places that he had no business poking, and I just got so mad. I grabbed that pool cue and I broke the tip off it. I flipped it around, and with the butt end of it, how to say this? Oh, she was so mad she could hardly talk. Well, I sent his cue ball into the center pocket, and I saw his eyes. The last I saw his eyes, they were crossed, and down he went. I didn't care. I grabbed my purse and I marched out the door, and I got in the car and I drove home. And here I am. She was so mad. And Lance said, wow, my lady, I'm going to have to call you my warrior lady. Well, that was the wrong thing to say. What was he thinking? At that, Elaine glared at him, and she said, I don't want to be a warrior lady. She busted out crying and threw herself in her G-Maw's arms, and you know, Lance felt terrible. She said, G-Maw, why would a man treat a woman like that? Lance is so polite. Why would that be? And you know, Violet said, well, times have changed. And you know, Elaine repeated, I don't want to be a warrior woman. I want to be a lady. And Violet said, well, I think nowadays every woman's got to have a little bit of Joan of Arc in her. It's a sad state of affairs, but that's the way it is. Well, Elaine didn't even look at Lance. She marched up the stairs.